Hey everybody, this is Robert People of RobertPeople.com, and you are listening to People's Court. Thanks for joining me. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at People's Court 79. That is People's Court 79, Instagram and Twitter. Today is Monday, December 3rd, 2018, and I'm talking today a little bit about the Robert Mueller investigation. Now, our president, yes, I know our president, is going through so much to block this, to interfere with it, to stop it. My question simply is this: why? Donald Trump, if you are innocent, why are you going through all this to stop them from doing their jobs? I figure if anybody would want their names to be cleared, it would be him, right? And on top of that, and I don't even have the words for this sometimes, but this blind, aggressive, whatever word you want to use, allegiance to the president, which is something he predicted. He did say, after all, I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue, and so on and so on. You know the rest. And people will stay on. And they're showing that every day. I've decided to, periodically I'll go look at this just to get somewhat of an understanding, as so many of us desperately need, as to why people would still support him. And there's no place to go, no better place to go than a Fox News comment thread, right? So you go on Fox News, see what people are commenting, and it's baffling, it's interesting, it's sad, it's comical, it's just a little bit of everything. Whatever you want to throw in there, it's all of it. Because people are not saying things that he's specifically doing or what he's specifically saying. The responses, there are so many comments there where it sounds scripted, it sounds rehearsed, it sounds generic. A lot of what he spits out in these rallies that he does every couple days, that's the same stuff that's getting put on there. And it's embarrassing, to say the least. And if you're one of those who does this, then you are embarrassing. People are saying things like he's the best president we've ever had. And for one thing, that's just a silly one to begin with, because we don't know all the presidents. Nobody can say that this is the best or worst president we've had unless you're a diehard, serious, hardcore historian, which I'm guessing if you're hanging out on Facebook, you're probably not. So unless you're that, you don't know what the best president. That's like with our last president, President Barack Obama, the one that counts. People say he was the worst one. And I said, but how do you know how the other presidents did? You can't say he was the worst one either. But it just sounds better, right? We got to do it that way. But anyway, best president, he's not afraid of anything, but he don't go visit our troops overseas. But he's not scared of anything. He doesn't speak up against Vladimir Putin or Kim Jong-un, but he gets results. He does whatever. Okay, yeah. One woman was even gracious enough to say that he's done a better job now in his time in office, his 2 years in office. He's done a better job than the last 6 presidents combined. Yes, last six presidents. So let me see if my social studies teacher, I hope she's not listening right now. Last 6 presidents: Barack Obama, President George Bush Jr., Bill Clinton, George Sr., rest in peace, Mr. Bush, who was that? Reagan. I'm trying to say the alphabet backwards here, so don't mind. Who was before Reagan? Reagan, I think Jimmy Carter. Okay, so y'all feel like y'all correct me. The order is not important as far as whether I got somebody right or not. But the last 6 presidents, either way, the last 6 presidents, Trump has done a better job than. But this whole investigation thing, it doesn't make sense why you would go through so much to stop it, unless you were hiding something. Now, some people believe that, if you have that one person who might come out there, every once in a while, somebody, most of us have met someone who will tell you, check, go ahead and look it up. You're not going to find anything. Hey, I'm innocent. And then as soon as you look, you find something. Okay, so do people bluff when they say things like that? Yeah, I'm sure they could. Yeah, I can say, do whatever you want. Come in here and look. And when you come in here and look, you'll find everything that you were looking for. Because I'm expecting that to be reverse psychology to make you not want to do it, right? But let's be sensible about this, okay? Let's use our heads let's be smart. Why would you want to do something like that on a national level? That wouldn't be smart to do. Not so much a national level, international, worldwide. The whole world is looking at you. So it wouldn't make sense for him to come out and be like, oh yeah, just go ahead and look if he was intending to hide something. So let's go ahead, let's get that out of the way. But if you are innocent and you would want nothing more than for your name to be cleared, why not let them do it? Why are we getting these news stories every seems like few hours where all Trump is doing is just spitting out all the, he's doing this, this is a witch hunt, this, that, no, spending money on this and that, we're wasting tax dollars on investigating. Let me tell y'all something about tax dollars, and that's another one I saw on these Fox News comment boards and so forth. Let me tell y'all about tax dollars, okay, because that's a funny one. We spend tax dollars on so many different things, but we're going to draw the line on someone doing their job. That's the one time we want to say, you know what? We're tired of our tax dollars being wasted. Man, come on. Every time you go to the store, you should be tired of your tax dollars being wasted. And every state has a different tax rate when you go and purchase something. So you should be tired of it at that point. Sometimes I look at the receipts and I'm like, man, wasn't it supposed to come to this amount? And you see all this extra tax added to it. That's when I get tired of paying taxes. When I see that. So a whole lot doesn't need to happen before I hit that point. But for investigations, tax dollars aren't being wasted. That's what their job is. Their job is to find the truth, right? And if anybody should be looking or should be more willing for the truth to be exposed and for the names to be cleared and so forth, guess what? It should be him, right? We're not talking about Pookie or Rover or Onion Head or whatever it is from around the way, down the corner, who's going to try to stop police from checking their cars to find dope and all this other stuff. Yeah, we expect them to be the ones to say, oh, no, don't look. That's the ones we're looking, those are who we expect to say and do things like that. Not the President of the United States. He should be the main one to say, look, I support the legal system and due process and all that good stuff more than anybody else, and to show the world that I'm okay with it. I'm going to step back and I'm going to let you investigate, Mueller. So you sit back, I'm going to chill, do my thing, whatever that thing is, because some of us are still trying to figure that out, and let you go ahead, do this supposed witch hunt and all this good stuff, and let you find something. You're not going to find anything, but you think you will, so I'm going to sit back and let you do it. That should be his attitude. Not every time somebody does something, he comes out here and first without, it's a witch hunt, stop, waste the money, Democrats, this and that. And let's talk about tax dollars just real quick. What else have our tax dollars gone on? Since we don't want them to go on investigations. Donald's golf trips. Let's see. Melania. Okay, and I don't like to bring the First Lady up too much because she's separate from all this, but there have been stories in the news, look it up, where thousands of dollars, I'm talking about upon thousands of dollars, we're talking maybe 5 figures per night of hotel stays. Okay, yeah, our tax dollars cover that too. And Mike Pence, Vice President Mike Pence, he's in the mix too. Last season, I believe it was, went to an Indianapolis Colts game for the sole purpose of getting up to walk out if somebody decided to take a knee during the national anthem. You know how much that cost? $250,000. That's what tax dollars went. And he went there knowing he was going to do that. So come on, people. Now we're okay with all that stuff happening, and I could go down a much longer list than that. But we're okay with all that happening. But for somebody to do their jobs, we're not okay with. Not to mention, why are people, Trump supporters? This is for you. Why are you all talking about this being a witch hunt? How could y'all possibly know whether or not this is a witch hunt? The only person who's really qualified to say that, as laughable as it is that he's doing it, is Trump. That's like if me and somebody, if somebody accused me of doing something, I'm the only person who can say whether it happened or not. My friends and my buddies and fiance and everybody else, they can't say it if they weren't there. And y'all are just saying stuff for the sole purpose of saying, it's a witch hunt, it's all this, and we're wasting stuff and all this. It's like, could y'all possibly know what happened, what he did, and what his associates did? So, if you are innocent Why does it make sense for you to have such a problem with people doing their jobs? If I'm the president, that's what I would do. I guess we figure if we yell and make enough noise, they'll stop messing with us. But let's go back to, we remember Judge Kavanaugh, right? Yeah, let's go back to him real quick. Okay? Remember, it was the same thing for him. Now, personally, again, if somebody wants to investigate me and I have this great desire to clear my name, as he repeated several times, I think, then why not just let him do it? And we heard Judge Kavanaugh when it was time to be, when he was asked, well, why don't we do an investigation? How would you be okay? Let's do an investigation right now. And it was a stark contrast from how he came out there talking, right? He came out and he pounded the table, kicked chairs over, pushed everybody, shoved grandmas and everything, talking about, I wanted to clear my name and y'all stopped me, y'all ain't want to do nothing. I'm trying to tell y'all this, y'all did all this and that. But then when someone came and said, would you be okay with an investigation? Would you be all right? He was like, well, that's all, folks. I don't know. Maybe, I don't care, whatever. Instead of just saying, you know what? Go ahead. I said in the beginning, I wanted to clear my name. I still want to clear. Nothing's happened from a couple days ago. So go ahead, clear my name. Y'all want to check my stuff. That's that's the time you buck up, is when it's time. Oh, y'all want to look? Go ahead and look. And I'm not putting him down because he kind of stammered and stuttered a little bit, because that would be me too. I'd get up there and it'd be the same exact thing. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm not trying to make fun of that. But he has way more experience talking in front of people than I do. So you can't tell me that he would not, maybe he might trip a little bit. He might stumble some and then say, oh, but you know what? And then he'd be able to get it together a lot quicker. So why does that, of course, to anybody, that's going to look like he's hiding something. Oh, I'm going to leave it up to them if you ain't want to do it. He's asking straight up, would you be okay? Would you be all right with them doing this? It should be the same way for the president. Why wouldn't you just say, you know what, I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to get off Twitter. I'm going to stop talking about Democrats for 5 seconds and say, if you want to investigate, go ahead and do it. If you want to investigate, go ahead and do it. Instead of me running my mouth about how terrible Democrats are and everything else, let you go ahead, do whatever you need to do to find out. And let them see for themselves. Because if you are innocent, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. Now, with all of these aides and associates and everybody else coming up under indictments, getting, seeing jail time, prison time, and so forth, he knows they're closing in on him. And that's why he's trying to prevent more from happening. But guess what? Even though you fired these people, you're still attached to them. You're still connected to them. Because when you employed them at one time, and they did what they did for you. Now, people are deciding to lie, to get less sentences, so you say, and all this other nonsense. There's no reason to do all that. You don't lie to get a lesser sentence if you're innocent. You don't, lie just in general when you're being interviewed if you have nothing, if you're innocent. You don't need to get on Twitter and run your mouth about all this and that if you are innocent. Just let them do it. That's what they get paid to do. We're not spending extra money on them investigating. Not to mention, this is time they're taking up too, because they could be investigating a whole lot of things. So it's not like people just decide, oh, you know what, I don't like that dude. Let's waste money and thousands and thousands of dollars investigating. No. You got to have probable cause. That's something else you learn as far as legal goes. You got to have probable cause. You can't investigate just because somebody says, hey, I need you to investigate something. Oh, yeah, cool. All right, I got you. No, there has to be probable. There has to be enough there. And of course, we're talking about the president. So how does this make us look for the whole world if we decide to investigate? It makes us look stupid. It doesn't make just Trump look dumb. It makes the whole country look like it makes all of us look like fools. So if you think they're going to just decide, hey, let's embarrass ourselves on a worldwide scale just to mess with Trump, then something's wrong with you, and that's embarrassing. Thanks for joining me, Robert People. RobertPeople.com, People's Court 79.